Okay. Um, Welcome to a chilly Monday morning. We're looking here at this Chinese dollar yuan, and as we can see, the trader got in at off this reversal bar, or obviously selling a golfing bar. Got in pretty well and was taken out over here. The only question I have is this is borderline a doji bar, and you moved your stop above that one, saying that this is two consecutive seller bars. If you take the colours out, might make you sort of think about things a little differently. So certainly your momentum's overcooked. You're in the extension zone, so there's a reason for you to be getting your stops a lot tighter. Um, However, having got in on this bar here, your two consecutive seller bars of these two would have got your stop to break even. And after that, I'd be just waiting for reversal bars, which is this one here that you got taken out on, being a higher, high, higher, low. Once your stops at break even, you can do that. However, there's your two. Well, you got 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. I see why you moved your stop. I wouldn't be unhappy about getting out. You made a profit, and most likely going to be at the end of this run. Um, the question you've got though is, can you get back in? Well, you can if it fits your rules. Yes, you're not getting moving average support, but is there a horizontal reason why the market it would continue shorter? Your momentum's pretty much overcooked. So when you're looking at it, where's your stop loss going to be? Presumably your stop's going to be above the high of this bar somewhere. So I'll put these headphones on and it just makes me yawn. Sorry. So you're looking at us at 100 is that 165 pips? 165 pips stop. And are you really going to get 300 pips out of this before your momentum runs out? That's the difficulty, and that's why we'd probably ideally look at something like the 4 hour for your opportunity to get back in, because your risk reward will be lower. Yeah. On a daily time frame on this chart, I wouldn't be getting in on that at that point in time. Does that make sense? Um, Enter on Monday with price action below the low, or on Tuesday with Monday's close below the support line. Suitable technical reasons to re-enter. Are they there, or just wishful thinking? Maybe wishful thinking after seeing Friday's bar close like that, and having gotten taken out. I think it might be a bit more wishful thinking. Is there a phase two trade? No, because this is a higher. Yes, we're getting a higher low in momentum, but you've got a higher low in price as well. So it's more convergence than divergence. So there's no phase two trade yet. Is it okay? You guys still with us online there? Yep. Okay. Cool. Next one is trades. Trades. Okay. Euro SEC. I think now, if you're looking at this point in time, you've missed the opportunity. The Fibonacci, the trend line, I think, is a bit. How's your father? And the Fibonacci is also seems to be rather large. You got the 382. The way I would be looking at this, if I was to do it, is do the Fibonacci from the last cycle, which is obviously from this date, which is the date of this is the 18th of June. and that's your cycle there. And you should have been looking at after this bullish reversal bar, swing low, and going in on your trade date would have been the 30th of July is when you should have been trading. And obviously you'd be about that at the money at the moment. And if you'd moved your stop to break even after this reversal bar, you'd probably get taken out. But that's the time to look at it. In terms of trend line, I thought your trend line was a bit. You've seemed to have missed a lot of information. You've cut through all these lows just to get that touch. That's the way I see the way you've drawn your trend line. If we just go to the weekly and so if you've drawn those two touches, you don't get it. Yeah, there's just doesn't seem to be any trend line I can see that would offer you support for the trade. You might go from that low there. I see. Then you've got to, yeah. To me, this is now just hunting for a trend line that's going to suit the trade, and I don't think that's the proper way to be drawing trend lines. I think you've gone from there, and then you've cut through all of this just to almost get that touch there, and that's not the way to draw trend lines. Yeah, right, I can't get trend line support for that. Okay. Other than that, it's the Fibonacci should be from here, if worst case scenario from there, but certainly from the bar that closed above the 50, and you're drawing that phase 1 to get the new phase 1. And as I said, the trade should have been happening on the 30th of July after this bar on the 29th, rather than sort of waiting, looking at it now. I think it's a little too late for it. Right. Euro Kiwi, lower highs, lower lows, yes, below the 50 and the 200, correct. Finding resistance, correct. Horizontal resistance, yes, you've got that purple line, 57.50. RSI convergence, yes. Bearish price action, yes. No levels of support. Well, there is here, which is potential target of 53.03. I would have been looking at that, which is still a decent risk reward. I've still got the order on because Friday's bar was a high test bar, although now it seems to be a low test bar in this morning's action. Moved my stop to above the high of that, so I've got a 130 pips stop, but your target's 290, so you're well at least 2 to 1. Risking 1 to 2, sorry. But if you're going for 53, then that's least reasonable. But I would say that there's quite a big support there at 54. Fib retracement, yes, perfect. It's great. It's good stuff. Swiss Sing, is there enough data to support a horizontal? And the risk reward is about 1.5. Is that a good basis to not take the trade? You're looking at a phase 2 trade, I take it. Horizontal RSI divergence. If you've only got MetaTrader and you don't have a signal, then you may struggle to find the previous horizontals. I don't want to open a signal because it'll make this webinar crash, but if we go to yeah, don't have enough data and AxiTrader to say that there's a strong horizontal. There could well be there. There's certainly divergence here. And there was a trade on Friday for a phase 2 trade. You emailed this to me on Friday. I suppose that you would have had time for the trade. Yeah. Lot size. I mean, that's all good. Risk reward of 1.5. That's fine. As you mentioned, it's just the horizontal. Is there a really strong horizontal there? There's clear divergence. Everything else is there for the phase 2, but it's just a matter of finding that horizontal, and I'd have to go to eSignal to confirm if there is one there. As I said, if I do that, it'll crash this webinar. So the right idea, and certainly a potential pullback trade there going on. Be interesting to see if he actually did trade that. Okay. Got an email from a gentleman who's looking for a tax agent who specifically understands FX trading and who doesn't work with vertical financial solutions. Is anyone, if anyone's got a tax agent, I might email that out in the email that comes out. But yeah, just a gentleman looking for a tax agent who specifically understands FX trading and prop trading. Okay, Aussie Kiwi range reversal. I'm getting the divergence there. Was there divergence? Yeah. Okay. It's certainly a strong high. Didn't quite get into the zone that I'm looking to buy it. You're looking to sell it off this bar here. With bearish bar off 1-to-1, fib extensions half a. Okay, that's an interesting move there. It's come back to the 50 twice. That's a pretty strong Fibonacci. I would have also looked at this as an extension, see if the extension's there. And we can see the 2. Yeah. Let me pull those off. So this is previous phase 1, looking for the new phase 1 to finish, and we can see that extension there is roughly where you did this peak here. I think I peaked to that. Yep, there's the 50 there. At 50, geez, I pulled it up nicely, didn't it? Twice. Yeah, certainly you've got strong reasons for the Fibonacci level in the market to be reacting to that. We've almost got a cluster there of 15 pips, but certainly horizontal there. And the reasons for the phase 2, is it a range? I mean, where's your target going to be? Here or phase 2? Are you doing this ATR style targeting? Treated as a range or reversal trade. There's certainly good strong reasons for it to react to that level and have a bit of a pullback. I'm personally looking to buy it, given an opportunity. Obviously that hasn't presented itself yet. I'm looking in this area for that opportunity to get long. This highlighted area here, and not in there yet. If you're short trading this, then yeah, I'd probably be putting a target in around the 50 EMA, but certainly trailing your stops pretty tightly. Otherwise, that's good analysis. Good pick up on that fib. Your other one's Euro Kiwi. Everyone's looking at this. You got. I actually came into this high here on my Euro Kiwi for the trend line. Strong horizontal here, 50 fib, target of the 1.272. That's all great. Close, trend line close. Yeah, so my trend line, as I said, connected the first two highs, and then we get those there. Some people might even do connect those two. So you got 1, 2, 3 touches with the prices underneath that a little bit more. I had that there before and was saying it get close. Obviously the high test off it now. It's all still there. Where you draw it, it really doesn't matter, but you've gone through, didn't go to that high or that high, which is I find interesting. ATR trade management comparison, take profit will be 674, take profit here, that's the same. Okay. Hidden divergence, oh, mate, I think that's borderline. That peak there is this peak here, and it's the same or if not lower. So I wouldn't say there's hidden divergence on that. Otherwise everything else is there and good. Okay. Another gentleman looking at the Euro Kiwi. Oh, the blue sailor from Tasmania. Haven't seen your charts for a while. Welcome back. Lower high, below, correct. EMA, correct. Horizontal, yes. RSI convergence, bearish price action, yeah. Fib retracement, yeah. Trend line, no. Well, you can see by the charts that we've just looked at, there is support. I think 54 is a pretty strong support, but in terms of risk reward, that's reasonable. Hidden divergence, your Fibonacci. Interesting, your fibs on this bar, you're either on that bar there, which is the high of the move, or you're on this bar, which is the close under the 50. Personally, I went for that bar there. Also, others have gone for the so I'll draw the differences out for you. I'd go from that bar to the low. Yeah, you can see the 618 is around the same as that horizontal level. Others have gone from that high there, which puts the 50 here, and the market's sort of held it. Either way, neither's wrong. The market's probably looking at both, but that one there is sort of not really relevant, I don't think. So it's either the high of the move or it's the close under the 50. So that one. Other than that, mate, hidden divergence, no. Yeah, I agree. There's no hidden divergence. Targeting 53, which gives you 410 pips for risk of 100. Good. Okay. Dulcet tones. Cheers. Thanks, mate. Right. This one I have to show via web page. So again, a bit of a channel identified there. It's got the same trend line that I've got on. which is those two highs. Drawing his fib from the top there. I presume to the bottom. We can't see the zero on this. Hey, well, hang on a second. Zero is 48. I don't know why you got the 48 there. Six one. Well, I can't see the zero, but I'd say that the zeros, you've drawn your fib to here somewhere, roughly, which doesn't really make sense. Phase one, lower highs, lower lows, yeah, below the moving averages. Well, you're not really. We don't have the resistance of them either. Horizontal resistance, yes. Yeah, I can see you've identified that. Bearish price action. We had a ring high formation. Trendline resistance, yes. Support in the way. You didn't give a point. It's okay. Hidden divergence. There's nothing there. Bearish chart pattern. Don't know what that means. What you're looking at. Yeah, I just can't really see your fib properly, but the 382s here, I'd suggest that your fibs probably should be down there, but I don't know if it is for the 382 to be there. Three eight twos at 57.12. Your 382s at 57.11. Okay, so you have drawn the right fib. Not sure why you got the 48 in the fib. Okay, the only question I've got on this is your moving averages you're giving points to, and I don't know if we should be. Don't think we should be. And bearish chart pattern, giving that a 1, but I'm presuming that you're saying it's this channel, trading in this channel, and that you're at the top side of that channel. But you know, if you could just sort of put a note there as to what the bearish chart pattern that you're looking at, would be good. Okay. You guys looking at anything else? Because I've only really got the Aussie Kiwi. To look at now. Someone else is looking at the Aussie Kiwi. Shorting on a ring high break. You seem to have a channel there identified by these blue lines, but you've got a strong level of horizontal resistance, yes. RSI divergence, yes. Fib extension level, yeah, you've drawn that fib that I had as well. Did you notice the bigger fib that the other gentleman had put in, which gives you the 50? Bearish price action, 50 and 20 EMAs are flat. Or 50 and 200 EMAs are flat. Well, the 200 is. Don't know about the 50. And your target is here. Okay. Range channel, ring high, short on break, sell 5 pips below the formation. Stop losses 20 pips above the, want room for it. Okay. Stop losses 96, targets 181.9. Yeah, I'd be trailing your stop pretty tightly on that one. Okay. Euro Swiss is on the what? Is on the floor of 1.2, is still some way away. Euro Swiss sell. Okay, I'll come to it, but dollar yen spread is 10 pips on the dollar yen. Who are you trading through? Pips. Should be 1 pip. It would be 10. Not on the dollar yen, no way. This wedge, descending triangle, broke out of that. The US dollar got a real hard on last week. As you can see, the US dollar is, except for Friday night because of poor jobs data, for the last sort of 10 days, the US dollar has been pretty dominant, pushing everything down. And dollar yen's obviously broken out of, what's that wedge? It's going way back here. Broken out of that. There's another lower wedge that people are looking at as well, across here, which it's broken out of as well. Yeah, it's a trading strategy worth looking at, and I think Mark is teaching that reasonably well for you guys. Now that it's broken out and giving us higher highs, so potentially looking at it too after the cycle. Can you confirm I'm looking at this correctly? Yes. Sorry, back to your Aussie Kiwi. Typically a double top at the top of the move. No, you got it right. On the Aussie Kiwi, as I said, the only thing you just want to make sure you trail your stops pretty tightly. And to this dollar yen, it's hit your target, I can see, or got close to it. You got out at the high, which is not bad. Haven't got in there. Good stuff. Now we're getting US dollar weakness back again. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll just have a look at the Euro Swiss now. Someone's Swiss Sing. I don't need that. That's not me. I'm not looking at that. Euro Sec. I'm not looking at either. I'm not looking at that, but I'll just put the Euro Swiss on there. We all know this. There's the 120 intervention. You say we're not far from it. Well, we're 120 pips away from it. So 164 pips away from it. And I think it's just, to me, it's a low probability trade trying to short that when we know that, they could be buying any time between, they don't necessarily just sit at $1.20, they might start buying at 21. It's just they don't want it below $1.20, so you're risking, what, 30 pips to go for potentially 160 at least, 140. I'm not a fan of trying to sell this pair. I'd prefer to be looking at buying opportunities on it, but there haven't been that many. Yeah, I just prefer to walk away from it. You can find better trades potentially. Right, that's it for today, guys. Is there any other questions? Until the emails. Thanks for sending them in. Our next session is, I think, Thursday, because there's a course in town, down in the office, meets twice on the 5th and the 6th. And there's something, whatever that is, on the Sunday night, on the Wednesday night. And then we're back on for Thursday, Friday. Cable comment, Yeah, cable well overdone. Looking for a pullback. Has been getting some mixed data recently, or poor data at least. Um, hasn't yet broken the structural low or significant low, which is in this area here. So you're still in a pretty strong uptrend. Still looking for buying opportunities. Economically, they're still going pretty well. Yes, they've had some bad data recently, but they're still doing all right. So I'd still be looking to buy for buying opportunities. You've got a reasonably horizontal there. If you draw your fib from there to there, we're back at the 786. If you decide to go to that low of that move, not quite got to the 786, but certainly on there at the moment. This thing is just surprised everybody how far it actually did run. It's only moved 300 pips though, from 70, what's this, 71.91 to 78. That's basically 72 to 78. It's 400 pips. It's not a bad run, but I think that we'll find a buying opportunity soon. Nothing available yet for trading against that momentum. You're now almost doing a phase 2 trade, not a phase 1 trade. So yeah, not yet in it. You can't short it now, and there's no buying opportunity yet. Do you have plans for an email with currency analysis on all pairs? Yeah, I was going to do that tomorrow, do my market report and analysis on all pairs. I was going to do that tomorrow. Just up here on the farm, got a bit of mustering to do today, so just haven't had the time to get through to that. But I'll do that tomorrow for you guys. Okay. If that's it, then I got a Euro CAD. Let's just come in. Euro CAD looks perfect for a weekly. A bit late this email, but I'll do it. Euro CAD. Well, we've got the 50, the 200. I've got a horizontal. I've got a trend line. And if we draw a Fibonacci, you'll have that as well. 50, there's pretty strong reasons to be looking to short. Momentum's high. You're wanting to go long. Okay, well, I can see that. See why you'd want to do that. Fundamentally, there's another question. So, daily may have a few question marks. Completing phase 2 and closer to overboard. Yeah, we had this kind of. I think I remember the way you boxed this, that you're it was the dollar CAD that you're looking at, and in terms of trading that long. May have a few question marks. I would suggest waiting for completion of the cycle above the 50 EMA. How would you read these charts? I often get this dilemma when looking at different time frames. It does make it difficult. The dollar CAD on the daily, we're looking to take it short here, and the weekly was doing a nice little cycle along this huge trend line, and it has bounced. So there was obviously the weekly is the stronger. Here you've got a nice little ring low. There is potential to be taking that trade and taking it north again. The euro dollar itself will be completing its phase 2, whereas the CAD is sort of certainly overdone as well, and it should be coming back. It's a tough one. I prefer to be looking at the daily and for an opportunity, but here, as you've identified, tend to take this trade, show bullish divergence. Yes, it does, and hidden divergence. I don't know about that. Yeah, yeah, okay, I can see that hidden divergence from that low to that low. Yes. Um, well, mate, look, I would. There's no setup for the shorts at the moment on the daily, so I'd have a crack at the weekly. Um, yeah, there's certainly no sign of selling yet for the daily, so yeah, trade the weekly. Absolutely. I know what you mean. It can get confusing and difficult to when you've got the weekly giving you one direction, the daily giving you another. You kind of lean towards the longer time frame because it's the stronger one. But you know, if it doesn't work, you know, or you get a sell signal once you're into the weekly on the daily, you know, you need to then sort of rely on fundamentals. And to me, the fundamentals of this is the euro should continue to weaken, and the CAD should be holding up okay. So I'd be looking at this trend as remaining or continuing, which is a daily one. Okay, thanks guys. We shall see you again on Thursday, and as I said, I'll do the I'll do the market report and currency pairs analysis tomorrow for you. Thanks guys. Chat again soon.